that garbage out, yeah, but it's not true.
So this is a garbage report?
Yeah.
The president is perfectly comfortable with the Department of Justice settling with the individuals and families who are currently in litigation with the U.S. government.
Flip-a-flopping, the White House clearing up President Biden's comments, saying he is open to payments for separated illegal immigrant families.
Laura Trump, Fox News contributor, joins us now to react. Laura, can you believe this? What's your reaction?
I can't, but I think the really scary part, Carly, is you know how many times people have said, who's actually running this White House? Who's running the Biden administration? Does Joe Biden actually know what's going on? Is he really in charge? Sadly, I think the answer we have gotten now from this exchange, what you guys just played there, is no, Joe Biden does not know what's going on in his own White House, his own Justice Department. He has no idea what is going on. That is a terrifying place to be in as Americans, to know that our commander-in-chief is totally out of touch with what is happening in his own administration. I mean, what a frightening thing. But I think overall, when Americans take a step back and look at this, here's where we are in America. If you are a legal United States tax-paying citizen and you want to go to your job, but you disagree with the unconstitutional vaccine mandates that the Biden administration has tried to slap on every single American, your company is facing fines of $14,000 per person, yet we're paying $450,000, or excuse me, maybe it's $449,000. Now, they took it down a little bit to make us all feel better about it, to illegal immigrants, people that came here, broke our laws. I mean, think about the incentive that sends to people to continue coming over our southern border illegally. It is preposterous. It is outrageous. I cannot believe we have found ourselves here. But there are so many scary aspects to this story. I think every American should be outraged. And actually, Joe Biden's initial reaction to this story is how we all felt. Crazy.
So true.
Great point.
That
great
initial
point.
reaction says it all.
Meantime, there is this, Lara. Special counsel John Durham charging Russian analysts behind the Steele dossier with lying to the FBI agents by claiming he did not speak to U.S. public relations exec with Democratic ties. You lived through a hell of 4 years, much of which was encompassed with an investigation by Bob Mueller into your family. It was not easy. It was tough. It dragged your entire family through the mud and then onto Capitol Hill through the mud. Shouldn't Mueller and his team, with unlimited resources, unlimited time, have found this guy?
Well, Todd, you would think so. You know, this whole thing, I'm happy to see somebody finally held to account here. It's about time that people are starting to pay the price for, you're right, it put our entire family, our entire campaign, anybody that volunteered for the Trump campaign was all of a sudden a Russian agent, according to the mainstream media for so long. Think about the tens of millions of taxpayer dollars that were spent on this fake investigation, something that we all knew from the beginning and all scream from the rooftops, this is not true. We did not collude with anyone to win an election. So I'm happy to see some movement on this front. But I think the questions I have are, what about the people like Jerry Nadler, like Adam Schiff, that were happy to jump on camera anytime somebody put it in front of them and say, we have the smoking gun. We're going to take Donald Trump and his family down. We have it all. What about them? When do we get to hear from these guys? What did they know? What information did they have? And when did they get their day? Do we get the tens of millions of taxpayer dollars back ultimately? Do we get 2 years of our lives as Americans back for this? And then what about the people at the very top? What about the Clinton campaign? What about the DNC? What about Hillary Clinton herself? Are these people ever going to face a day where they have to answer questions for the incredibly un-American way they tried to sway an election? Fortunately, it did not work out, but all of us got dragged through the mud. Todd, as you just said, all of us in our family got put through absolute hell over this. But we deserve some answers as Americans, and I hope at the end of the day we get to the bottom of this and we hear from those people too.
Lara Trump, we appreciate your time this morning. Thank you very much.